the first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and sit up. And I want you to sit on a block or a blanket or anything that just lets you feel grounded. Great. And once you find yourself there, plant your hands wherever is comfortable for you. Notice the weight of your pelvis into the support beneath you. Notice the weight of the hands wherever they touch on the thighs. Notice the weight of the legs into the floor. And then start to bring your awareness inside of your body. So noticing what it feels like inside your pelvis. Noticing what it feels like inside the legs, inside the torso, the throat, maybe even inside the nose. And once you find yourself at the top portion of your head, I'd like you to just notice for the next 2 to 3 breath cycles, the breath as it enters in through your nostrils and the breath as it enters or exits out of the nostrils. And you're just paying attention to how the breath naturally happens to be at this moment. No need to direct it or exert any control, just observing. And then very consciously, we'll start to shape the breath so that it's going to serve us for the next hour or so. So you'll tone the back of your throat lightly and draw the breath in through both nostrils. And allow the breath to exit out through both nostrils, maintaining that constriction at the back of your throat. And as you take these next series of breath cycles here, can you even out the breath so that your inhalation and your exhalation are the same length? So maybe 5, 6 counts in length. And as you continue to breathe, we're allowing ourselves to come back to that state of equanimity where we can be compassionate to self as well as to others, where we can allow things to sort of roll off our backs, as it were. And so that we can remind ourselves that in every moment, we're actually quite blessed by life, by simply having the ability to direct our attitudes about things and situations. So as you take the next 3 breath cycles, allow yourself to just deeply or breathe in a little bit more deeply and settle the body for those last moments. Very gently, you'll draw your hands to heart center Anjali Mudra. Go ahead and press the palms into each other. Receive the weight of the thumbs into your sternum and lift your heart towards your hands. Allow your chin to bow towards your chest and then softly start to flutter the eyes open. Then bring the head back up to vertical and release your hands. Okay, so you might stay elevated on your prop or you might just bring your pelvis to the floor. We're going to start by just opening up our feet a little bit before we get to some standing poses. So you'll just pick whatever foot of choice you'd like to start with, and you're just going to massage the bottom of your foot. So a lot of times I think, at least as I'm conceptualizing this, that in order to forgive or to be able to forgive, we have to really be rooted in ourselves. We have to feel confident and worthy and loving of ourselves. And so we're just taking a moment to say, hello, feet. Thank you for walking me through the world. Thank you for helping me stand tall and proud. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch to the other foot. And you're just noticing here, like as you're attending to your feet, can you still be mindful of the breath, letting it be soft, letting it be easy, letting it be consistent, even as you're maybe hearing pops or cracks from your feet. All right. From here, let's make our way on to our hands and our knees. And I encourage you to bring your blocks to the upper outer corners of your space. If your knees are sensitive, you might want to pad your knees with your blanket. But the first thing that we'll do is just take a little baby toe squat. So walk your knees, ankles, and shins together, tuck both sets of toes under, and then just push your pelvis back towards your feet. And you might just stay here if this is happy working for you. You might bring yourself all the way up to vertical, but you're allowing yourself to just check in and breathe. No matter what you're doing, whether you're in stillness or fidgeting around a little bit, we're first coming back to check in. How is the breath? Can it be steady? Can it be easy? Can it be consistent? And you've just got 2 more breath cycles here. Noticing if you can stay with that 5 or 6 count inhalation and that 5 or 6 count exhalation. On your next exhale, go ahead and come forward. Extend the tops of the feet to the floor and pitter patter your toes, having a happy little temper tantrum if that feels good to you. Otherwise, you'll shift your weight back and lift one or both knees up and away from the floor for a little counter stretch across the front of your ankles. Awesome stuff. Very mindfully come back to hands and knees. Once you're in hands and knees, go ahead and separate your hands about shoulder distance apart. And then just plant your left hand underneath your chest. And then inhale, swim your right arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, replant that right hand underneath your chest. And then inhale, sweep your left arm up towards the ceiling. And you've got 4 sets of these. Exhale, lowering that left hand down underneath the heart. Inhale, sweeping your right arm up. And exhale, lowering it down on the left side. And as you take these last 2 sets on your own, just notice if you can find a little bit more rotation as you open up towards the sky. Nice job. All right, now we're going to go ahead and hold. So take your left hand directly underneath your heart. Inhale, sweep your right arm up towards the sky. And you might take 3 slow breaths here as you roll your wrists around in little circles to just get out into little pops or cracks. And again, you're pushing down through your left hand. You're continuing to breathe and see how you can keep your heart open even as you rotate. Nice job. On your next exhalation, take that right hand, thread it underneath you and bring the back of the shoulder to the floor. You might then come to the tips of your left fingertips or just push straight down into the left palm, push down into the back of the right hand and slightly tuck your chin towards your chest as you breathe into the back of your heart space. We want to remind ourselves that even as life has its little predicaments, it's always an opportunity for us to continue to soften, to continue to allow the heart to remain open and strong, instead of building up resistance. All right, next in-breath, push down into your left hand, sweep your right arm back up to the sky. See if you have a little bit more rotation there, and then exhale, lower the right hand down. And then we'll go ahead and try that on the other side. So make sure the right hand is underneath your chest. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and overhead. And then 3 breaths as you circle the wrist overhead. And as you do this, see if you can continue to find length through the spine. So push down through that right hand. There we go. And see if you can lengthen your tailbone and crown away from each other. Nice job. On your next exhalation, you'll go ahead and thread that left arm underneath your torso, bringing the left ear shoulder to the mat. Press down into the right hand, maybe come to the tips of the right fingertips if you'd like. And you've just got 3 breath cycles here, noticing what it feels like to slightly tuck your chin to your chest. Press the back of the left forearm and arm into the floor, and then breathe into your back left ribs. Nice job. Next in-breath, push down through that right hand, reach up through your left. And exhale, lower the left hand down. Now from here, you'll start to walk your knees towards each other. Curl your toes under and push yourself back so you're sort of hovering on your heels. From here, drop your head to the floor and start to straighten your legs so you're in a forward fold at the back of your space. You might then separate your feet a little bit so they're hip distance apart, and then slowly bend one knee and then the other, just observing how this feels in your pelvis, how this feels in your back. And you've got about 4 to 5 more breath cycles here. So maybe you fidget, maybe you stay still, but just notice this consistency of the breath. Can it be smooth? Can it be even? Can you hear me? Okay. And then we will just take a gentle release of the hands down to the floor. Great. Inhale, halfway lift, spine parallel to the floor. And then for today, let's try a little test. See if you can let go of your hands and just use your core to engage this back or this halfway lift. Great. Now put your hands back on your shins, but keep that lift in the belly and reach the heart and sternum forward. There we go. Next, exhale, fold all the way back in. And then inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And when you get high, stay there, reach up through the hands, lengthen down through the tailbone, and see if you can inchworm the fingers a little bit higher so you can find length in the back body and the front body. And on your next exhalation, open your arms out to the side and alongside your hips. Great. Okay, we'll do 4 of these. So inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, keep your left arm reaching up, but lower your right arm to the side like you're hanging from a hook. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale to the other side. So we're reaching up through our right arm as we side bend to the left. And then keep reaching through your right arm as you come back up to vertical. And you've got 3 more on your own, and you're just noticing how we can find elongation on the side that you're leaning away from, and how you can find engagement on the side that you're leaning towards when you come back out of the shape. Okay, we got 2 more sets. Exhale, draws the belly up. Awesome stuff. All right, this next time you go to the right, we'll just go ahead and stay there. Keep reaching up through your left arm. You might plant your right hand on your right hip and arc your left arm more over to the right for a little bit of a side bend, and you're just breathing. And on your next inhalation, come back up through center, release the right arm up and overhead, and then exhale to the other side. So the right arm reaches up, the left arm trails down. You might bring that left hand to the left hip and reach the right fingers more over to the left as you slightly push the pelvis to the right. And then you'll inhale and come back up, both arms high. And exhale, lower your hands alongside your hips. Great. Just take a moment to breathe. Let the heart be forward, let the palms face forward, and see if you can root down through the legs. Now from here, step to the top of your space. Highly encourage you to keep both of your blocks there on whatever setting works best for you. And then we're going to start with just some half Surya Namaskar A's. So once you find yourself standing at the top of your space, feet hip distance apart, inhale, sweep your arms out and up and overhead. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, open the arms out, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers can slide up the shins. And then exhale, fold all the way back in. Inhale, root to rise, arms reach out to come up and overhead. And exhale, arms reach out and down. And we'll do that 3 more times. And you're just finding your breath, linking breath to movement. Inhale to reach the arms out and up. Exhale to open the arms out and down as you hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, long, steady breath. And exhale, scoop the belly and fold all the way in. Inhale, root to rise, pushing through the feet, reaching through the arms. And then exhale, lifting through the crown, reaching the arms all the way out. You've got 2 more times on your own, and you're just following whatever feels best to you. The capacity to live and let live really requires, I think, first and foremost, that we're able to really be connected with what's most important to us, how we wish to be in the world, how we wish to ride the waves of life. really that comes, I think, from just knowing how our own rhythms work. Last set. Okay, adding on. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, fold forward at your hips. Uttanasana, arm choice of your whatever arm choice you want. And from here, inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms on the floor or the blocks, and carefully step your left leg long and back. Now, once your left leg gets back to a low lunge, you'll take a moment to pause here. Inhale, gaze forward, and then exhale, start to straighten your front leg and shift your pelvis back. And we've just got 4 sets of these. So you're inhaling and coming forward into that low lunge, and then exhaling, pressing back into a modified pyramid pose. And you're just observing what the breath feels like here, how the legs and the pelvis are working. And after your 4th set, you'll just go ahead and come forward into that low lunge and pause. Great. From here, push down into your front foot a lot. Draw your outer right hip straight back, and then lightly squeeze your back bump as you lift your inner left thigh. Now, from there, take your left hand slightly to the left, and then inhale, sweep your right arm up and overhead, and exhale, plant that right hand inside of the right foot, and then inhale, sweep your left arm up and overhead, and exhale, plant the left hand slightly to the left, and inhale, sweep the right arm up and overhead. So you've got 3 sets of these, and both times the hand is coming to the inside edge of your front foot, and we're trying to keep our pelvis pretty stable as we rotate just through the ribs and the heart space. This will be your last set. Great. After you've done both sets, walk your right hand outside of your right foot. Step your back foot in just a bit and straighten your back leg long. Now take a moment to pause and breathe here. Keep drawing your outer right hip back and pressing down into your right big toes. And this sounds super weird, but you're going to bend your back knee and then push off your back foot to step to the top of your space. Yay! Okay. Then from there, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold all the way in. Bring your hands now to the outer edges of your shin bones. Push your palms into your shins, push your shins into your palms, like you're really trying to have a tug-of-war fight here. You might find that you can then widen your inner thighs apart a little bit more and let the sacrum shift up and over the thigh bones. Great. Now listen closely. Keep pushing out into your shins, keep pushing into your hands, and then bend your knees. Great. Keep pushing into your shins, keep kicking out into your hands. Draw your hands now to heart center. Slide your knees forward and your pelvis back even more. Oh, buddy, haha, look, we finally got into chair pose. Now from here, we'll keep imagining our hands are pushing in and our shin bones are pushing out, and then gently release your hands alongside your hips, palms face down. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up, and then exhale, airplane the hands back alongside your hips. And we've just got 3 of those. So inhaling, reaching the arms forward like we're rolling out a carpet, and exhaling, allowing them to come back like the tide. And you just got 2 more. Staying with your breath. And last one, big breath. Keep the knees bent as much as they'll be. And exhale back. Awesome sauce. This time, inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, push down through the feet, reach up through the arms, and stay here for a moment. Lengthen the tailbone down, reach up through the pinky fingers, and see if you can draw your front ribs in and back. Nice job. Next exhalation, lower your arms out and to your sides. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, arm variation of your choice. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, carefully step that right foot long and back. Now, once you've found your low lunge, you'll take a moment to breathe here. And then as you exhale, straighten your front leg, shift your pelvis back. And you've got 4 sets of these, inhaling to come forward into that low lunge, and then exhale to press back to that modified pyramid pose. And again, you're just noticing how long is the breath. Is it even, both counts for the, or 5 or 6 counts for the inhalation, 5 or 6 counts for the exhalation? Are we able to stay connected and grounded even as things are flowing and moving, constantly evolving and changing? Great. After your 4th set, you'll just come forward into a low lunge and pause. Push down through both of your feet, draw your outer left hip back, and then lightly squeeze your back bum and lift up through your inner right thigh. Then take your left hand slightly to the left. Sorry, your right hand slightly to the right. And then inhale, sweep your left arm up and overhead. As you exhale, lower that left hand inside of your left foot. And then inhale, swim the right arm up towards the sky. And exhale down. And you've just got 3 sets of these. And this is such a funny little thing, but it preps us very well for the next thing. So you're just noticing what you notice as you move. Wobbling is okay. Awesome. And once you are balanced between both sides, you'll walk your left hand outside of your left foot, step your back foot in just a bit, your right foot, and then just pause and breathe here for a moment. And then when you're ready, bend your back knee like a runner at the tracks, pounce off that back foot to step your right foot forward. Yay! Awesome. Once you find yourself at the top of your space, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold in once again. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your shin bones, fingers point down. Inhale, start to push your shins into your hands, hands into your shins. Start to bend your knees so your chest starts to come forward, knees come forward. From there, keep pushing out into your hand a lot and pushing in with your hands a lot, and then draw your hands to heart center. Bring your spine as vertical as you can while you still sit low, and then gently release your hands alongside your hips. We just got 3 of these here. Inhale, sweep the arms forward to come up. And exhale, airplane them back. And as you're doing this, you're still imagining that you're firing your hands into your shin bones and pressing your shin bones into your hands. Awesome sauce. This next time you'll inhale and reach your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, push through the feet, stand up tall, lengthen down as you reach up. And next exhale, open your arms out to the side and down alongside your hips. Now from here, you'll bring your hands to your low back and interlace your fingers. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears and hug your shoulder blades onto your back. Transfer your weight to your right foot and float your left leg up. And you'll just take a few little ankle circles here as we test our balance. And again, you're just breathing. Be sure to go both ways with that ankle circle. When you're ready, you'll lower that left foot down, shift the weight to the left foot, float the right leg up, and take some ankle circles. And you want to notice if you can keep the shoulder blades engaged on the back body as you do that. Awesome stuff. Gently release the right foot to the floor. Gently release your hands, and we'll add on. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, bend overhead. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips, forward fold Uttanasana. From here, inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold all the way back in. Highly encourage you to put your hands on the blocks, but you can also just plant them on the floor. From here, start to bend your right knee and draw your right heel towards your right butt cheek. So your right foot is flexed, right heel is coming back up behind you. Now from here, lift the right thigh parallel to the floor and notice how the back of your right leg suddenly was like, oh God, that became something. Keep flexing through your right foot. Keep squeezing your right heel towards your right butt cheek. Nice work. Next in-breath, start to kick your right foot back. So now it's like parallel to the floor. Press out through the big toe mound. Keep squeezing your right butt cheek. And as you exhale, bend the left knee. Step the right foot long and back. Yay! Spin the right foot down for warrior two, and then inhale, bring yourself up for Virabhadrasana 2. Awesome stuff. Great. Now, once you find yourself in warrior 2, you might wish to adjust your feet, and if so, by all means, do that. Great. Keep bending through your front knee, hugging that outer left hip back, and pressing down into your right pinky toes. Now, similar to what we did when we were in our standing side bend, you'll inhale and bring both of your arms up and over your head. And then as you exhale, you'll start to reach out through your left arm and lower your right arm back behind you towards your right leg. And then you'll inhale and come back up. And then you'll exhale and go towards the front knee. And inhale and come back up. And exhale, go towards the back knee. And inhale, come back up. And exhale, go towards the front knee. Awesome stuff. Now we're going to hold this. Inhale, come back up. This time as you exhale and go towards your right knee, you'll pause. Keep reaching up through your left arm. You might stay there with that left arm reaching vertical or reach it back towards your right leg as you continue to bend into your left knee. Nice work. Next in-breath, come all the way back up. Now this is in honor of Sam. As you exhale, start to hinge at your hips coming towards that front knee. Lower the left arm to the inside edge of your left thigh, and you'll take 3 breath cycles here. You might keep the arm straight or bend at the elbow, but you're hugging the outer left hip back. You're drawing your left ribs forward and under and peeking underneath that right armpit. Nice work. Next in-breath, come all the way back up, both arms high. As you exhale, straighten the front leg and open both arms out parallel to the floor. Now reach forward through your left arm and bring the left hand to the inside edge of your left foot to the block or the floor beneath you. Push down into your legs. Draw your left ribs under your right ribs up, and hello, Uttita Trikonasana. Nice work. On your next exhalation, draw your right hand to your right hip. Great. From here, inhale. And as you exhale, just notice if you can settle. Great. Inhale, come back up. Warrior 2, reach out through that left arm. And then as you exhale, bend the front knee, lower the left hand, lower the right hand, pivot to the ball of your back foot, and step to the top of your space. Great. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold all the way in. Inhale, sit, Utkatasana, chair pose. Oh, buddy. And exhale, sit a little lower. Next in-breath, stand up, reach up, look up. And exhale, open your arms out to the right and to the left. Okay. Adding on, inhale, open your arms out to the right and to the left. Draw your left arm under your right arm on top and give yourself a hug or take Garudasana arms. Now from here, shift the weight to your right leg, float your left leg up, and you can choose to stay here, just taking some ankle circles with that left leg, or you might cross the left thigh over and let the left toes rest to the right side of you or to the back of the right calf. And you're just pausing and you're breathing. We're all twisted up, but how can we remain calm and steady and stable, letting go of the things that aren't so important? Nice job. Next in-breath, go ahead and unwind the leg, and then unwind the arms, and just take a moment to pause and breathe once you've done that. Great. We'll try that again on the other side. Inhale, arms open out. And then exhale, right arm under, left arm on top. Give yourself a hug or double wrap the arms. Shift the weight to your left leg. Float your right leg up. And maybe you just stay there and take some ankle circles. Or maybe you bend your left knee and cross the right thigh over. The right leg might touch, or rather the right toes might touch the floor on the outside edge of the left leg. Or maybe they touch the back of the left calf. Doesn't matter either way, just as long as you're breathing. And then when you're ready, you'll push down through the left leg, unwind the right, plant the right leg, and unwind your arms. Cool. One more side. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. From here, inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold in once again. Highly encourage hands on blocks, but you can keep them on the floor if that works for you. Now from here, you'll start to bend your left knee, drawing your left heel pretty close to your pelvis. Flex through that left foot a lot. And then very mindfully, you're going to start squeezing your left butt cheek a lot to lift your left thigh parallel to the floor while you keep squeezing your left heel towards your bum. Great. Lengthen through the spine as best as you can and lift that inner left thigh a bit more. There you go. And as you're ready, start to kick that left leg straight and back, reverse hamstring curl, keeping that left leg parallel to the floor. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bend the right knee, step the left toes long and back. Awesome sauce. Spin the left foot down towards the floor. And then inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 2. Yay! Now, once we found ourselves in Warrior 2, take a moment to adjust your feet so that it feels like it's happy for your sacrum and your low back. And then you'll push out through both of your feet evenly and hug in through both of your feet so you feel that engagement in the inner thighs. From here, inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, reach up through your right arm, lower the left arm back behind you as you do a little side bend. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale, take that side bend towards your front knee, your right knee. And inhale, come back up. And you've got one more set on your own. And you're just reaching up through the arm that's extended above your head so that you can keep length on that side. But you're also reaching out through the arm that's taking the side bend so you can keep as much length on that side. Awesome sauce. The next time you're with your left arm back, you'll pause. You'll just breathe for 2 steady breath cycles, continuing to bend into your front knee and draw your outer right hip back. Great. Next in-breath, come back up, both arms high. And then this time, hinge forward towards your right knee. So a little diagonal. Lower the right arm to the inside edge of your right thigh. Hug that outer right hip back. Maybe the elbow is bent or maybe it's straight. And see if you can draw the right ribs under the left ribs on top. Nice job. Next in-breath, go ahead and come back up to vertical, both arms high. And as you exhale, open the arms and straighten your front leg long. Great. Now reach forward through your right arm, hinge back through your right hip. Lower the right hand to the inside edge of your right leg. And then you can continue to reach up through that top arm, but you're pushing down and lifting up at the same time to rotate right ribs under, left ribs up. Awesome sauce. Okay, next in-breath, let's go ahead and take a different transition this time. Just come back up to Warrior 2. There we go. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor to frame your front foot. Pivot to the ball of your back foot, bend that back knee, and step to the top of your space. There we go. Awesome stuff. Now, once you're there, take a moment to pause. Bring your hands once again to the outer edges of your shin bones. Fingertips point straight down. Now push your hands into your shins very actively and push your hands back into your shins. Now see if you can send your inner thighs apart and behind you, and notice if that allows more space to come into your low back as you continue to push down into the floor. Great. Now from here, bend your knees coming forward. Keep pushing into your shins. Great. And then release your hands to heart center. Keep pushing into your outer shins with your mind's eye. There we go. Next, in breath, release the hands alongside your hips, palms face down. Take a breath in here, lift up through the spine just a bit more, lifting ribs away from pelvis. And then inhale, sweep your arms alongside your ears, Utkatasana chair pose. Next, exhale, push through the feet, stand up tall, reach up, look up. Stay here for 2 breath cycles, finding as much length in your back body and your front body, letting pelvis settle over legs, ribs over hips, head over ribs. Nice job. And then exhale, open the arms out and open the arms down to the sides. Cool. Let's see if we can add all this on now. All right. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Okay, bring your hands to the outer shin bones once again. Inhale, bend your knees, offer your heart and sternum forward. As you exhale, keep pushing out into your hands and draw your belly button in. Draw both hands to your heart center. Shift the weight to your left leg and hug your right butt, or rather right heel, towards your right butt cheek. Take a big breath in here. On your next exhale, start to kick your right foot back. Push your sternum into your hands. Reach your heart and sternum forward for Virabhadrasana 3. Good job, ladies. As you're ready, bend that left knee. Step the right foot carefully back. Yep, and come for crescent lunge. Nice job. Look at that go. Okay, keep drawing that outer left hip back. Lift up through that inner right thigh by squeezing your right butt cheek. And if you'd like, hands can stay here, or you can circle sweep them up and overhead. Nice work. On your next exhale, open to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And then you'll just flip both palms to face the sky and inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching up through your left arm, lengthening down through your right. Nice work. Inhale, return to Warrior 2. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg long, reach out through your left hand and bring the left hand to the inside edge of your left foot. Now from here, bring your right hand to your right hip. Bend your front knee, bend your back knee. Start to wiggle your back foot in, step your left hand forward and to the left of your foot, and then shift your weight forward to lift your left or your right leg parallel to the floor for half moon. Nice. And once you've gotten there, just take a moment to pause. Maybe you lift the top hand or maybe you don't. Nice work, guys. Gently lower the right hand to the floor. Square your hips to the floor. Bend your left knee and swim your right foot behind you to the left. Right hand, yep. Come to the knife edge of your right foot. Walk your right hand a little bit more to the right, and then reach your left arm up towards the sky for speed skater. Cool, so that's clear as mud. Go ahead and pause. All right, wherever you are, make your way back to a forward fold, and I'll demonstrate that real quick before we do that on the other side. So your right leg will be lifted. It'll come behind you and to the left. Your hands walk to the left, and then you push through the right hand to reach the left arm up and overhead. just this crazy fun stretch on the outside edge of the hip and on the back of the thigh. And then when you're ready, you'll unfold and come back to a forward fold. Cool. All right, let's try the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold in. Okay. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, left side. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up and overhead. And exhale, hinge forward at your hips, forward fold. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your shin bones. Push your hands into your shins into your hands. Inhale, bend your knees. Keep pushing out into your hands and keep pushing into your shins. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Yep. Shift the weight to the right leg. Start to squeeze your left butt cheek to draw your left heel towards your left hip. Flexing through that left foot a lot. And then as you're ready, you'll start to kick your left foot back, push your sternum forward, and find your way into warrior three. Nice job, guys. Gently bend the right knee. Carefully step the left foot back and bring the spine up to vertical for crescent lunge. Nice work. Yep, you got it. Draw the outer right hip back. Engage that back left glute, and maybe you keep the hands at heart center, or maybe you circle sweep them up and over your head. Great. Take one more breath cycle here. And on your next exhalation, spin the back foot down and open for Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Nice work, guys. Check the alignment of your feet, making sure it's good for you. And then flip that front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching up through the right hand, lightly tapping the left. Great. Next in-breath, come back up to warrior 2. As you exhale, straighten your front leg long. And then reach forward through your right hand, back through your right hip, come into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Yeah. Great. From here, bring your left hand to your left hip. Bend your front knee, bend your back knee. Start to walk your back foot in, step your front hand, your right hand forward and to the right, and then shift your weight forward to lift your left leg parallel to the floor. From there, you might open your top arm to the sky if that's working for you, but you'll keep flexing through that back foot, lifting through the inner left thigh. Nice job. From here, lower your left hand to the floor. Keep that left leg lifted, and then bend your right knee and swim your left leg behind you and to the right. Walk your hands to the right. Push down into your left hand and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Nice, speed skaters. And when you're ready, lower that right hand down, step the left foot in to meet the right. And then very gently, just bend your knees, plant your palms, make your way to hands and knees, and then make your way to child's pose. And it's okay, Julie. And then as you're ready, you'll just take 3 breaths here. Now, if your arms are forward in child's pose, see what it feels like if you really walk your hands far forward and then push your fingertips down and forward so that you can draw your sit bones back and down, and then breathe wide across the low back. You might then swim your arms back so they're alongside your hips for embryo pose, but you'll just take 3 breath cycles here. Again, grounding and rooting, noticing what you notice here. Awesome. Okay. Very gently plant your hands underneath your shoulders and bring your spine up to vertical. Shift your hips to one side and then bring your butt to the floor. Okay. Once your pelvis is on the floor, just draw the soles of your feet together. We haven't done a lot of both external legs open, and bring your hands to your hips. Then you'll just push down through your hands to lift your pelvis up and maybe slide your pelvis a little bit closer towards your feet. Option to stay right here if this works for you. Otherwise, you'll extend your right leg out to the right, point the left toes, and draw the left heel closer to the perineum. From here, right hand comes in forward, in front, left hand comes behind. Push down through the hands to lift up. And then you'll inhale, sweep up through your left arm. And as though we're taking that same side bend, reach up through your left hand, but let your side bend towards the right. You might stay there with the left hand vertical or reach the left hand alongside your left ear towards the right. And you'll just pause here in Pavrita Janu Shirshasana, evolved head to knee. And you'll just pause and breathe on that left side of your body. If that's happily working for you, by all means, stay there. Otherwise, bring left hand to the inside edge of your right leg, right hand to the outside edge of your right leg, and roll your chest towards your right leg for Janu Shirshasana. And you'll just pause and breathe here, noticing where the sensation is now. And then from there, plant your palms on the floor, start to walk your hands back towards your hips, and bring your spine all the way to vertical. Just take a moment to pause there and breathe. And then we'll switch sides. So you might draw both feet back towards each other in Baddha Konasana, bound eagle pose. Option to stay right there or extend your left leg out towards the left. Now make sure your left foot is flexed so the toes are pulling back towards your knees. And then bring the right foot closer to you. So remove any of the flesh from underneath that right calf, top of right foot to the floor, heel towards your perineum. Bring your left hand in front, right hand behind you. Push down through the hands to rotate the chest to the right. Now inhale, sweep up just through your right arm. And then exhale, little side bend towards the left. And that right arm might still just be reaching straight up vertical like you're in a Mission Impossible movie doing a crazy Tom Cruise thing. Or you might reach that right arm over the right ear towards the left. And you're just pausing and breathing. It really is cool that he's apparently rock climbing. That seems very nuts to me. That's the image that comes to mind. Okay. You might stay here in Pavrita Janu Shirshasana if that works for you. Otherwise, right hand comes to the inside edge of your left leg. Your left leg or left hand swims to the outside edge of your left leg. And then see if you can scoop the belly on the left side to then square your chest towards your left leg. And then you'll just pause and you'll breathe. And then very mindfully, you'll plant your palms on the floor and walk yourself back to a vertical position. Take a moment to just pause and breathe. And then draw the soles of the feet towards each other. Once again, shift your pelvis a little closer to your heels. And then you'll just grab onto the fronts of your ankles here and pull your heart forward like you're on the mermaid of a ship, or you're the mast of a ship. Shoulders slide down, heart lengthens forward. Awesome. From here, go ahead and close your legs. Grab your strap. And we're going to make a loop of the strap that's as wide as our hips. So take the tail end of your strap, go through both loops, over the first and under the second, and you're going to make a loop that's about as wide as your front two hip bones. Once you've got that, you'll go ahead and lie down on your back. From here, put your legs through the hole of the strap, and then tighten the strap to whatever degree you need to so your thigh bones stay hip distance apart. From there, plant the soles of the feet on the floor. Turn your palms to face up as your hands dangle alongside your hips. And then the first thing that you'll do is really just notice if you need to widen your heels out a little bit or in a little bit so it feels good on your knees. And then you'll push down through your feet, push out through the strap, push down through your arms and lift your hips high. Now, once your hips are high, keep pushing down through the arms, keep pushing out into the strap, and keep pressing down through your big toes. And we'll just stay here for about 3 to 5 breaths. So tailbone, buttocks, flesh lengthen towards your knees. Your outer thighs push into that strap for dear life, and you keep pressing down into the big toes. Then notice if you can lift the sternum a little closer to your chin, but your chin draws away from your sternum. And then when you're ready, if the hands are interlaced, you'll unclasp the hands, untuck the shoulders, and bring your pelvis straight back down. Pause when you get there. Okay. And in this moment, take a moment to check in. So two of the things that you guys said that I thought were very insightful was that in order to forgive, you have to really notice that there are a lot of things that don't need to be made a big deal of. You really have a sense of who you are and what you're needing. And so in this moment, I'd like you to notice what you're needing, if you would like to take a final twist, or if you'd like to just directly go to Supta Baddha Konasana. But your ability to constantly listen and honor what you're needing is, I think, what enables so many things to just sort of roll off your back. And so you've got about another minute or so just doing what feels best to you. And it doesn't matter what that is, as long as it feels like it's supporting and nurturing to you. And if you've done something that's asymmetrical, I encourage you to go and start to visit the other side. And then when you feel complete, start to make your way to your final resting pose. And as you find yourself in this final shape, I encourage you to notice if there's any small final adjustments that you can make in order to be a bit more comfortable, a bit more at ease. And if so, go ahead and make those final adjustments. And then we'll end today by just taking a quick scan of the body, noticing where there's any residual energy, residual tension that isn't needed. And you'll just send your breath to that part of the body and ask it to just soften by 3%. So wherever there's still unnecessary energy, unnecessary effort, send the breath to that part of the body and ask it if it would just soften by 3%. You continue on your own for a few minutes, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Return your awareness, gently drawing it back to your breath. As your awareness returns, just take a moment to check in, noticing whatever you happen to notice in this moment. Mindfully start to reawaken the body in whatever way feels best, most nurturing to you. If you're comfortable as you are, by all means, please stay as you are. Otherwise, start to make your way to one of your sides. Gently roll yourself up to a tall, comfortable seat. And please be sure to elevate your bum on a block or a blanket. And then once you're vertical, take this last few seconds here to take any fidgets or adjustments that you need to, so that it feels like you can really own your seat and find comfort and stability in your seat. And then we'll end as we began by noticing the weight of the pelvis extending down, feeling the support beneath your bum, feeling the support beneath your legs, feeling support beneath your hands. And then notice the internal experiencing or experiences of sensation, maybe the spaciousness of the pelvis, spaciousness in the legs, through the torso, through the throat. And once again, coming back to the tip of your nose. And you'll just take 3 breaths here, noticing the breath as it enters and as it exits the nostrils. Guide your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Press the palms into the hands. Receive the weight of the thumbs into the sternum and lift your heart towards your hands. Allow the chin to bow towards your chest and just take a moment to find a sense of gratitude for that inner resilience that enables you to just shake things off, that enables you to allow things to just roll off your back, allows you to connect with others as they are, and allows you to connect with you as you are. The light within me honors and salutes the light within you. Namaste.